Why people refer to INFJs as old souls. Have you ever been told that you seem older than your years, or that your presence feels like wisdom wrapped in quiet intensity? If you're an INFJ, you've probably heard these words before: "You're such an old soul." But what does that really mean? Is it just a poetic compliment, or is there something deeper behind it? For the INFJ, being called an old soul is more than a mere label. It's a reflection of how they move through the world with timeless depth, emotional intelligence, and an eerie knowing that can't quite be explained. In this video, we'll unravel why INFJs are often seen as old souls. 1. Deep intuition that transcends time. INFJs are often described as having a kind of wisdom that defies their age. This isn't just because they read a lot or have strong analytical skills. It's because of their introverted intuition, the dominant function that allows them to perceive underlying patterns and anticipate outcomes in ways that feel almost mystical. Think about the times when you've had a gut feeling about someone or something long before others caught on. Maybe you warned a friend about a relationship that just didn't feel right, and months later, they came back to tell you that you were spot on. Or perhaps you had a quiet certainty about the path you needed to take in life, even when everyone else doubted you. This ability to sense things before they happen, to read between the lines of reality, is what gives INFJs that ancient aura. You don't just live in the present, you draw from the past and lean into the future with every decision you make. 2. Profound empathy that mirrors ancient healers. INFJs don't just sympathize with others, they feel their pain as if it were their own. This rare level of empathy mirrors the emotional intelligence and healing presence of ancient shamans, priests, and sages. It's not uncommon for people to open up to INFJs within minutes of meeting them, often saying, "I don't know why I'm telling you all this." Your empathy can feel like both a gift and a curse. On one hand, it connects you to humanity in deeply meaningful ways. On the other, it can leave you feeling emotionally exhausted or lost in others' suffering. That duality, the power to heal and the cost of carrying pain, is what gives INFJs their old soul reputation. There's a certain sorrow that INFJs often carry without knowing where it comes from. It might not be your sorrow at all. You could be carrying emotional residues from others, from your childhood, or even from collective trauma passed down through generations. But you carry it anyway. Because your soul is wired to heal. 3. A natural connection to the spiritual and the symbolic. Unlike many who are rooted in the material world, INFJs are drawn to meaning, purpose, and the unseen forces that guide existence. Dreams, symbols, archetypes, and synchronicities are not abstract concepts to you, they're language. You might find yourself fascinated with mythology, astrology, religion, or spiritual philosophy from a young age. You ask questions like, "Why am I here?" Or "What is my soul's purpose?" when others are simply focused on grades or social trends. This spiritual orientation places you in alignment with mystics and philosophers throughout history, figures often labeled as old souls. An INFJ child might spend hours contemplating the stars, feeling a mysterious connection to the universe that they can't explain. As they grow older, they seek out teachings from Jung, Rumi, or even the Tao Te Ching, as if drawn by memory rather than novelty. 4. A love for solitude that reflects monastic wisdom. Many INFJs need solitude the way others need food. It's not just about recharging from social interaction, it's about entering a sacred space where clarity, insight, and peace reside. This love for solitude often mirrors the practices of monks, sages, and hermits who withdrew from the noise of the world to hear the voice within. In your quiet moments, you reflect deeply. You question the meaning of things. You process complex emotions. You heal. Solitude is where your spirit finds its home. You might remember times when others called you aloof, distant, or antisocial. Maybe you felt guilt for not being more outgoing. But what if that quiet was your sacred gift? What if your soul was simply wired for reflection in a world addicted to distraction? 5. A strong moral compass that resembles ancient codes of honor. INFJs operate by an inner set of ethics that can feel non-negotiable. Even when no one is watching, You strive to do what's right, not for approval, but because your conscience compels you. This integrity is reminiscent of the ancient warrior code or the quiet dignity of a sage. You may struggle in environments where ethics are compromised, or where manipulation and deceit are rewarded. These places feel spiritually toxic. Your soul rejects them, often without needing to consciously understand why. An INFJ in a corporate job might feel intense resistance to promoting a product that lacks integrity. Even if the role pays well, they can't stomach the moral dissonance. They'll leave, even if it means starting over. 6. An emotional maturity that surpasses their years. INFJs often seem older than their age not just because of how they think, but because of how they handle life's emotional complexities. While others might react impulsively to conflict, INFJs pause, reflect, and respond with empathy and restraint. You understand the nuance in human behavior. You see that people are not just good or bad, they're wounded, scared, or lost. This perspective allows you to forgive, to hold space, and to navigate emotional terrain that others avoid. In a friendship breakup, instead of lashing out, the INFJ might write a thoughtful letter of closure. They might weep in private but still offer the other person grace. This kind of emotional depth is rare, and it reflects soul maturity. 7. A sense of timeless purpose that defies cultural trends. While others chase popularity, material success, or fleeting pleasures, INFJs long for purpose. You've probably felt it since you were young, that you were meant to do something meaningful, to contribute to the world in a lasting way. You don't chase trends. You observe them. You're not swayed by the latest craze, you're drawn to what is enduring, what is soul deep. This timeless orientation is what makes you an old soul. An INFJ artist might reject commercial success to stay true to their inner voice. A writer might spend years crafting a novel that touches one heart deeply instead of writing for viral clicks. It's not about fame, it's about soul resonance. Being an old soul isn't always easy in a world that values speed, noise, and surface-level connections. But for the INFJ, it's a sacred calling. You are here to see deeper, feel deeper, and live from a place of soulful authenticity. Embrace your timeless nature. Let it guide your relationships, your creativity, your work, and your inner life. You are not behind. You are not too sensitive. You are not lost. You are ancient light in a modern world. If this message resonated with you, remember to like, comment, and share this video with a fellow INFJ. And most importantly, don't forget to subscribe for more soul-centered content created just for you. You're not alone. You're part of something ancient, wise, and beautifully rare. Until next time, stay soulful.